Okay, everyone, today we are starting a brand new game, Gamedec Definitive Edition, and it's an isometric game. I want to say RPG, but doesn't really it's a detective game. Like we play as detective. I played a little when it first came out, never got near finishing it, I don't think.
It's a strange profession.
Oh.
Gamedec. You're neither a player nor a detective. You know the rules and how people break them. How they leave a digital trail. And there is always a trail. A flaw in the source code. Backdoors used by cheaters. Anonymity skins, used to cover up unpopular activities. All can be found. All can be traced. With a lot of skill and a little bit of luck. Sometimes more than a little. Because there are surprises, even for a game deck. But in the end, you keep your eyes on the prize. This is my story. What's yours?
Cool. Brilliant. Custom, obviously. Let's see. No. Decent amount of custom portraits. You look cool. Let's do you. Oh, cool. We can be Kyle Fisher, con artist. The man for his own service as a hacker, he creates a problem. Zaya, Zaya's cool. Idealist, righteous, hot-headed, and stylish. Oh, Tasha, you look great. Scheming and pretending. That's what Tasha's the best at. Oh, wow. You look great, but maybe not us. Terriel, Dodger. The main character from 7, The Days Long Gone. Kirk, powerful. Worsening health conditions. Was expelled from the Outrangers. Daphne, enthusiastic. Ever since she was a child, Daphne was fascinated with strange worlds, which she traveled to by watching affiliates and old hollow movies. Maybe. I normally like doing my own, but Ismail, barn leader, a veteran. But actually, I'm thinking Daphne. Daphne Bennett, 33, female, enthusiastic. Ever since she was wait. The dominant value guiding your character before they chose the game deck profession. Your choice will determine the aspect. She wanted to satisfy her curiosity and hunger for adventuring by joining the Outrangers, but her application was denied. Now she travels through strange worlds by lying down on a couch and realizes her childhood dream as a game deck. Target. Inspiration, listening, education, loneliness, discretion. So lonely but excited. I think so. Let's be Daphne, actually. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Normal mode. Take the case, look for clues, look for witnesses, go back. Look for different clues, use different words, solve cases by trial and error. Nothing can get past you. Save the game at your will. True detective work. Never look back. Work your case your own way and don't concern yourself with what ifs. Take responsibility for your choices and walk down your path. Interesting. Let's do normal. Apartment. I don't remember why. I didn't remember why it became a game deck. Let's see. To choose a dialogue option, left click is text or click the corresponding number on your keypad. Or we could click the arrow on top of to see the conversation history. Click the arrow. Yeah. At some point, I must have decided that it was a reasonable way of making money. Then I just got used to it. Deduction. The main nodes are questions that are key to your deduction process and solving your case. Gather information and choose answers based on the information to unlock nodes until you reach the final conclusion. Professions. Aspects are parts of a game deck's personality expressed through actions, thoughts, and emotions. Be kind to gain the empathy aspect, inspire someone to gain the inspiration, etc. Aspects are grouped into 4 following personality traits: decisive red, analytical blue, creative yellow, and sociable green. Profession unlocks special conversation options, enabling you to do more. Hover your cursor over a profession to see its description. Each profession requires a different personality. The description will indicate which aspects unlocks a given profession. A profession will be highlighted if you have the required aspects. Click and hold the left mouse button on a profession to unlock it. Okay, now so we have 1, 1, 2, and 2. That's fine. Let's put these. Also, we can't. We don't meet the requirements for. Oh, we meet the requirements for this. Just want to see. So we can pick one of these. So, Glazier or Scalpel. Glazier. You're well versed in both virtual and real technologies. You know where to look for power nodes, cables, and virtual developer stacks. You can open them, hack them, and change their settings. Scalpel. You know how to communicate with Medibox, and how to stop a hemorrhage or stabilize the wounded. You can use medical equipment. You recognize disease symptoms and life-threatening conditions. You don't panic when someone loses consciousness, and you can perform CPR. You are a Scalpel. Nothing on ourselves. Gamedec, technologies. That's fine. Okay. They said we were excitable. We were rejected from some group, but we were basically bubbly but lonely. At least that's how I read it. So, I think we'll do glazier. Let's see. This is more into these notes. But let's look at this first. Determination, authority, sincere, indifference, inspiration, optimism, rules, long. See, look how. Let's look and see what's our most stuff. Target, inspiration, loneliness and discretion, education and listening. So, because of that, glazier. Oh, and it takes it off. Recall your career. I solved numerous cases, so people started to believe I was credible, and credibility was crucial in my line of work. Pretty much everything can be falsified, but you can't fake credibility. Games, besides being my workplace, also became my second home. Did I ever play for fun? Yes, sometimes I did. Let's look around. I was surrounded by the real world, that is, Rillium. I could hear Warsaw City humming outside the window. I lived in Tyrestone and Wola. It was the end of the 22nd century, and the people were crazy happy. Kidding. Some were, some weren't. Which group did I belong to? I wasn't sure. Start your day. It was time to check if there were any new jobs. Okay. Left click anywhere on the ground to move there. Use the tab to adjust movements. Oh, that's different. Use tab on your keyboard to adjust movement speed. Left click an interaction icon to interact with the object or person. Some interaction icons are always visible. Others will only appear when the circumstances are right. When you are near them, basically. Interesting. Oh, we can drag and... Alright, I like that. Window. Warsaw City. My palace. I got the window. Walkways, squares, spacing, chisels, and chasms. That's where modern cities look like. The middle layer, mid-city. Despite dents and developments, you can still see the sun and pieces of the sky, as well as the long way down. It's a good view. I felt a connection with the people above and below. I can hear the transit tubes. Friend mobiles. Oh. The humming ass. It was never quiet. This was where the rich met the poor, and light met darkness. A place where you could be pretty much whoever you wanted to be, and where advertising drones peeped through people's windows looking for new victims. Ooh. Because of the glazier, send the advertising drone away. I once installed a gadget in the window that disrupts the sensors of such invaders. All it took was a short signal. The drone received an error message that made it return to the shop for inspection. I had a few things I need to think over. You can't really contemplate without a drink in your hand. Luckily, the server bot knew exactly what I needed. The Surfer Ing logo had slightly faded away, but the server bot, as usual, patiently awaited instructions. T. Some dialogue options are available only if you have the right profession. Such options begin with the name of a profession. Click the icons on the left edge of the screen or press I. We've done that. Yep. I always liked tea. It opens your mind and cheers you up. I had a decent chemical blend in the real, more expensive stuff. Let's do the more expensive. I wasn't going to beat myself up for something I already paid for. I decided I would drink synthetics when the good stuff was gone. I decided to think some stuff over and get to work. Let's do recent events. Some have been talking about the Parmegian technology development by Blue Whales Interactive. It upgraded AI to the level of the human psyche. That doesn't sound good. Recent gossip. A man named Zen Gao, a young good or bad star, screwed up the last game, and his Black Angels lost. Good or Bad is a game where you feel actual pain. When you get hit, it gets more and more intense. There are no damage points. Suddenly, in the middle of the game, when Zen was on his way to the enemy fort, a glitch appeared and made Zhao, let's do Zhao, drop his seal. Ken got mad, logged out, and he didn't come back to the game, a classic rage quit situation. During the press conference, he said he didn't know what got into him. Since that game, his whole career has been in question. His example shows that games involving a real pain could be dangerous. Ken's anger must have been induced by his suffering. Going pro leads right into trouble. Thousands of games and millions of players mean plenty of cases for Gamedec's. Hatred, greed, and deviousness are especially common online. Two topics has been especially popular in the media recently: digital love and whether it's better to live online or in Realium. I took a sip. Game fans say they let them fulfill their dreams and that they don't have to obey the rules of nature, which are a bitch. They could choose gender, looks, go on adventures. Opponents call it escaping, and claim you can only get tough in Realium. Realium presents real challenges. On the other hand, good money can be made online too, and it's no less complicated than Realium. Her backstory. That was her backstory, if I'm remembering correctly. Sensory words are kingdoms in themselves. There are plenty of affairs, people, and nuances. I wasn't surprised some people called them home. Escaping them in games is no different than experiencing them in Realium. It's just a different and more interesting level of reality. Time to get to work. Anything else around here? Out besides the answering machine? A jukebox, my latest purchase. What's the previous track? Next. I like that. So much stuff. Get a new job. Let's do this answering machine. It's in the room.
Gamedec, you got a funny name. So my daddy died while gaming. Well, he had a big ass treasure room down in Dean Pass Road. And it has to be like the biggest one in there. It's so big. That's what she said. Well, I can't get in it. Can you get me in there so I can sell it? I'll give you, what's that number after 7-8? Oh,
Wow.
yeah, 20. I'll give you 20% of what I sell. Let me know.
I do like that. I had the music playing and I could barely hear a thing.
Hi, I hear you're the one to talk to when it comes to crimes in the digital world. I have a friend I think has been kidnapped. We were in this old England virtualium, and he went into this arena, and he never came out. I've spoken to the organizers, and they said as a prize, he got put on a ship that sailed out to a big tower in the middle of the ocean. Everyone I talk to doesn't really seem to care, so can you help me out here?
Jeffrey Haggis. Someone was sent to me. It turned out to be a man called Jeffrey Haggis. I didn't know him. Nevertheless, I answered.
Please come to me. I'll tell you everything when you're here.
Blue Whales Interactive Tower, level 255 South Entrance. What's the details? Nope, down payment. We don't know you. Hold on, let's have a little respect for each other's time. I don't know anything about the case, and I'm not sure whether a certain amount... I get it, you want a down payment. I'm transferring it right now, I hope it's enough. Yes, great, I'm waiting. Oh wow. Where is our money? On to the computer last. Hollow vision.
Breaking news.
The latest domestic and international news all day long. Today is Monday, July 17th. My name is Gina Gord, and this is the news. Ken Zhao, a young star of Goodabans, loses the game miserably. Zhao blames everything on glitches in the game. Could this be the end of the youngster's career? What's bliss? The control panel for the apartment's AI, a fine piece of software that doesn't treat fridge contents as a first priority. You can also talk to it. Its name is Bliss. This is the default name, and it never bothered to change it, and I never bothered to change it. Analyze it. BWI had been developing AI module after the human psyche for some time. Even the holographic visualizations look like brains. Everything seemed fine, but it shouldn't have. If there was a surge of failure in the tower, it should have left a sign, but there was nothing. The software truly looked like I was activating it for the very first time. It made no sense. Thank you for purchasing a product manufactured by Blue Whales Interactive, the leader in the future of AI. BWI, never alone. You are activating Bliss for the very first time. To start, configure the software to your liking. Damn, something has reset my settings. Probably another failure in the tower or a surge upstairs. I had to reconfigure everything again. Check the log first. There was nothing in the system. Logs of previous activations and conversations would be in the cloud provided they existed. Probably somewhere on the Blue Whales Interactive servers. Too high a bar for me. You had to be the real magicians to access them. A holographic figure appears in the air.
Hello, I'm Bliss. How can I serve you?
Hi. Wait, what do you mean? Don't you remember me? Why does everything break all the time nowadays? Let's go to the computer. It controlled the couch and communicated with household appliances, let me send messages and everything else. It was a good piece of hardware. I optimized and upgraded it with a robust antivirus suite and the latest drivers. A Gamedec computer. Let's look at the mail. A few emails from clients I had helped. I needed to reply to those. I already had one contract, but it wouldn't hurt to check. Maybe there will be another one. My lucky day. My Miss Gamedec, come play Crying Cons with us. It was a lot of fun. We may not be able to pay you, but a bunch of kids. I don't want to deal with that. So the contracts from Haggis was the best thing I could give my attention to. Let's return. A virtual couch made by Surfer and not one of those newest models, but it was still reliable, at least I thought it was. A poet would call it a gateway to the sensory world. To me, it was just a tool of my trade. Check the levels. Fluid levels were low. I still had a few tanks left, but it's always good to have reserves. Order it. Done. The delivery drone will be here in a few hours. Get the helmet. It was starting to fall apart. I needed to replace it. Damn it. Such important gear couldn't come cheap. I couldn't afford it at the moment. I need a few jobs first. He just gave us a down payment. My last session. July 17, 21.99, 3:30. The couch showed an error message and a suggestion to restore default settings. Maybe surfer in couches weren't as reliable as I thought. The couch reset to its default settings, which meant its logs were deleted. It was time to consider trading it for a new one. Report this defect. Fortunately, every couch had a sensor. Technical assistance required. It just needed to touch it and confirm. It read, "Thank you for your report. We will get back to you within a few days." Checked everything. Something changed. Oh no, it didn't. Oh, bliss. Manufacturer's commercial. Major domo, administrator, house manager, friend, a confidant. Maybe something more? The world's racing forward and you need to keep up. New products and trends are coming out every day, but you had your house, shopping updates, home network management, calendar, and how do you make ends meet? And don't forget the lonely feeling when you return home. Let's not kid ourselves. The world's going crazy. We're surrounded by singles, families are out, and packs are in. Where is humanity headed? Blue Whales Interactive had the answers. Maybe not to all the questions, but at least to many of them. We have the answer that will be your blessing. Bliss. It could be a man, or a woman, or something in between. Bliss will take care of your home, shopping, appointments, upgrades, and more importantly, of you. Bliss will talk to you when you're lonely, be quiet when you want to think, entertain you when you feel sad in the big city, and intrigue you when you need inspirations. Bliss offers 4 different personalities: analytical for people like intellectual challenges, confrontational for those who like some friendly disputes, empathetic for people who need someone to take care of them, and entertaining for those who want someone to raise their spirits. Pick one and watch bliss grow. See your relationships develop and witness the creation of amazing events unplanned by the developers. Bliss, a blessing for your troubles. Blue Whales Interactive, never alone. Oh boy. Virtualia. Red, I have a stupid question. Shoot, Virtualia, what do you think about them? Are you kidding me? I've been in gaming forever. I've done millions of interviews, covered hundreds and thousands of digital miles, and you're asking me what I think about Virtualia? You know why? Because I don't think you ever asked yourself. I never have because it's stupid. Why? It's like you asked me what I think about Rillium. Rillium exists. We try to model it, but we also try to adapt it to it so we won't make the same mistakes we did 100 years ago. But we created Virtualia ourselves. Hundreds of thousands of games, so many that I'll never get the chance to visit them all. Millions of ideas, millions of players traveling through uncharted land. You know what? It wasn't a stupid question. I told you it wasn't. Virtualia is like a universe. The universe holds an enormous number of planets, and even if you lived 1,000,000 years, you would never get the chance to visit them all, just like Virtualia. It's kind of scary. And one more thing. Yeah? 2 actually. First, who controls it all? No one person could ever manage, and I don't trust AI. We have transgressed it. We have transgressed IT singularity. We don't control what we've created. And the second thing, the AIs. They're actually controlling and developing games now. The programmers are only kind of keeping an eye on them. And how can we keep an eye on something that controls something we can't control anymore? We're talking here. Hosts. Rufus Edward Darwin, aka Red, interest in Vale. Gamedec. Cal, one more stupid question. Shoot. What do you think about Gamedec? I think it's fun, but completely unneeded profession. Blown up nothing. Redundant. Oh, Frank, I disagree. Being a game deck is a sensible profession. But when something bad happens inside a game, it's easier to just pop up the hood, take a look inside, and see what's wrong. Such problems should be handled by programmers, analysts, not game. And that's where you're wrong, Frank. Just like my mom when she added cocaine to the cake instead of baking powder. She did what? Yeah, in real life too. What a woman. But let's cut to the chase. Games are complicated, right? Right? Are you watching over? AIs are watching over them, right? Right. The number of Chai-tone characters Posing them is so great that no one person could ever know the whole program of even the simplest game, right? I'm not sure about that one. Frank, in a brain, there's 100 billion neurons. In yours, there's half of that. And every neuron has 10,000 junctions on average, synapses. And multiple 100 million by 10,000, and you would get a 1 in 15 zeros. It's called quadrillion. So, your helmet controls a quadrillion. Your helmet controls a quadrillion synapses. Now take a game like Crying Guns, where there are 50,000 players on a single server. 50 times a quadrillion gives you 50 trillion variables per second, and that's just controlling the brains of the people playing the game. When you add their stimulation, neurological response control, creation of the world with the whole sensory report, i.e., picture, sound, smells, flavors, temperatures, you're going to get a factor multiplying all that by another million, around 50 quadrillion of variables per split second. That's a lot. You're fucking right, that's a lot, Frank. We're talking about one server in the living organism of a game adapting to the situation on the battlefield in a senior sensory world based on battles and clans. Can you imagine the array of this world? No. So now, imagine that someone throws a cheat in there. Find it. Impossible. Order an AI to find it when the person who implemented it made it so that AI can't define it. That's possible? It's easier than you think. Now, how do you find that cheat? You don't. Exactly. You won't find it by browsing the code, but a game deck will. How? Game decks don't know about programming, at least not at an expert level. Game decks don't browse the code. They look for the people who implemented the cheat and nicely ask them to remove it. Oh, game decks handle people, not code. They observe, draw conclusions, deduce, and analyze. They need 3 things to know about games: to know about people and to have a high IQ. They examine the problem like birds flying over a labyrinth. You're stuck in that labyrinth, running in circles. So you outsource. You call a game deck. They come, take a look around. So you outsource. They come, take a look around, analyze, and find the problem. Bingo. And then they say the famous game deck's catchphrase: detection ends case. Galahad on games. Galahad and Frank Wellington. Ah. We're gonna have the 1 of 1, but that has more. Interesting. Virtual technology. Wow. Computer couch suit. Want to be a good player but still maintain good physical and mental health? This article is for all these articles. A player's equipment includes a computer couch suit and helmet. The gaming chemicals include the game pill and Nutri-Fluid, but that's a story for a different post, as it's the helmet. It's really important. Gaming chemicals is the common term to describe Nutri-Fluid and the game pill. The Nutri-Fluid is your nourishment for the duration of your gaming session. Don't be cheap. Buy fluid. Oh crap. Gaming chemicals. Gaming chemicals is the common term to describe Nutri-Fluids and the game pill. Oh, that's what we were. Don't be cheap. Buy fluids only from the proven brands. You must know that you really need more food and water a day than these cans can provide. Everything inside is concentrated, and only the suit and game pill prevent you from losing as much water as you would in Rillium. Remember to always play in your suit, and don't forget your game pill. We recommend safe foods and good ratio. Game pill. The smallest and probably the most important character in your gaming adventures. Take a game pill if you want to go online for more than just a few hours, and definitely take one if you intend to stay online for more than 1 day. The little capsule contains billions of nanobots that do the impossible. They shift the metabolic tracts of your body, so you don't have to worry about your bladder or large intestines. Oh, okay. The game pill is activated by devitalization and deactivation by revitalization, so you don't have to worry about not going to the bathroom for the next 3 days after waking from a long session. Is this healthy? A game pill must be genuine and certified. We know there are plenty of manufacturers offering the same thing for less. Trust us, they're not the same thing. Gaming tech taken seriously. Sensing. The communications of the late 22nd century ensure vital auditory, thermal, and olfactory contact. The conglomerate of sensual modalities is called sensory connection or sensing. A computer user connecting to a user of the same device has access to 4 sensory representations but does not have to use them. Users often turn off the olfactory and thermal channels. Owners of newer walktails have access to optical, auditory, and limited olfactory channels, just like Omnic owners. The owners of the newest temple Obicons can take advantage of the amazing quality of all channels, as Obicons send sensations directly to the interpretative areas of the brain. This makes them better than computers. Multisensory dictionary. Let's finish this because I didn't. Let's start with the computer. It all needs to be fast and reliable, so no cheap components and definitely no illegal antivirus software. Firewalls and antivirus are the first and main measures of security for your couch and helmet. Don't spare any expense. We recommend Graphite 5.0 and the dependable Tryson 10. It may be expensive, but it's worth every credit. Next, the couch. Many gamers overestimate it, believing that it is the heart of the tech. This is mainly because the couch is big. Most models satisfy the requirements of contemporary gaming. Although budget ones may not prevent bed sores from intensive multi-day sessions, it may also produce excessive or insufficient heat. We do not recommend any low-city contraptions either. Choose a brand name couch offered by the authorized dealer. We also don't necessarily agree with the ad slogans of manufacturers who recommend purchasing all your techs from a single brand. You don't need to do that. All interactions are standard and support one system, so don't give us that nonsense. The suit is what protects your body from the outside. Suits are complex and much more advanced than the overestimated couches. The suit controls your body's temperatures, and together with the couch, prevents bed sores. And its most important function is to prevent muscular dystrophy, to keep your motor system in relatively good condition. Let's not kid ourselves. No professional gamer will ever turn into an athlete. His osteoarticular system is rigid and fatigable, but it is still not deformed. If you buy a budget suit, you'll have no one to blame but yourself. Get ready for a stiff back, muscle, and joint pain, dystrophy, and contractures. You've been warned. Gaming tech taken seriously. What's link mode? No idea. This is a lot of stuff. Servobot. Commercial. You have your tea, alcohol. You have your tea, coffee, alcoholic beverages, soft drinks. You have all that. You most likely have a kitchen mat. Who doesn't? Which knows how to make all kinds of food and drinks. But will a kitchen mat follow you when you need some company or when you want to complicate But will a kitchen mat follow you when you need some company or when you want to contemplate for a moment looking out the window? Will it be with you when you're working hard at your computer in the cold? No, the kitchen bot is a static piece of furniture. The servobot is not. The servobot is beautiful. The servobot will go anywhere a kitchen mat won't. Like a loyal dog, it will accompany you when you want to have a drink while looking out at the city. Will make you some hot tea when you're working late at night. And remember your favorite flavor combinations and temperatures both high and low. The servobot will learn your preferences and you will love it. Even more so when you realize that wonderful piece of decoration furniture comes with a discount for all beverages purchased from Servshake. Do you like Tiffany's Earl Grey? We've got it, and for 30% less than other realtors. Do you like Jack Daniels? Of course you do. Who doesn't? When you purchase a server bot, you'll be able to get it from us for 20% less than other stores. And believe us, no one will make a JD like our serve. So what are you waiting for? Our server bot has already chosen you and wants to be yours. Vlog Universe of Luxury. Oh wow. I want to do this first. I want to save. Because I have not saved. And then Relium. Polius. Polius from the Greek polis, a fortified site, an enormous city. Aside from the bio estates, polias are the only human settlements on Earth. They are made up of thousands of high towers, even several kilometers tall, connected with walkways known for their arch design. Construction of polis began in the middle of the 2070s. They rose from the ruins of enormous cities. The walkway network is known for its arch-baked architectures. Now, polis are usually surrounded by rings of skyliners and hidden behind ABB's Sensory Encyclopedia. Skyliners. Skyliners are tall, taller than the towers located inside the polis. Semi-suspended buildings that surround cities. They're reinforced by lines fixed to support satellites. Said lines are manufactured and patented by Freenor Heavy Industries. What is this? No idea. Yeah, Warsaw City. What's your favorite thing in the polis? What's your favorite thing in Warsaw City? The towers? There are towers in every polis. Then you ring other skyliners around the city. Other polis have that too. Then the ABBs behind the skyliners. Don't make me laugh. There are no cities without ABBs. The air walkway system. Pumobiles. They have them everywhere. All right, the Undercity. The ruins of the old Warsaw Underlow City. You win, finally. Just kidding. Every polis on Earth has that too. They're all standing on the ruins of the old city. I asked what you like in Warsaw City specifically, but I specifically like all that stuff. You're lying. I know what you like, and that's only found here. Well, the milk bars. You like milk bars. The pierogi temples that hang all over the towers. Oh, that's right. You know me better than I know myself. The milk bars, of course. Oh, wow. That should be it. Hopefully. A lot of reading. Oh, we can use